Das passiert nicht sehr oft, aber heute bei uns schon, nämlich jetzt gemeinsam auf der Couch beim Interview Anna Netrebko und Erwin Schrott. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Gracias.
Thank you very much for being here. It's a very rare position for you, both being together in a show and being together in an interview. That's great for us having you here. Did you travel together or did you came from different countries this time?
It happened that we are together right now. We are spending a beautiful, quiet, all together, almost all the year.
Yeah?
Which is great.
Yeah, I am now on the vocal rest after Anna Bolena for 2 weeks. I cancelled, unfortunately, my tour, and now I can be with Erwin. But
So
I'm fine.
I'm
I'm
taking
fine.
the
point in it as well.
I'm almost recovered, and soon I will be back in the track.
Okay. For you, it's the first time at Wetten, Das.
Yes, it is.
Anna, she's a pro.
I
She
know.
knows the show. She knows everything
I'm the
about
only one
it.
that is nervous here.
You were nervous?
No.
You see,
Is
I
he?
told you. He
you
said, "No,
think
I'm not
he
nervous.
is?
I'm cool. I'm
No,
cool."
I am.
Of course,
I am nervous. What are you talking about? It's something like what? 10 million people that they're going to be looking at me from right there? You're kidding, of course.
Is she telling you something about the show? Any advice
She's
that
bothering me all
giving?
the time. She's trying to get me more nervous all the time. She's so miserable.
But you watch this. You watch this
Several
in
times.
terms of time.
Several times.
Yeah. When you work here as well, but as well, I always watch it.
We watched the last one with Justin
As well.
Bieber.
But it's like I said, it's very rare that you're together in a show. Why?
Is it rare? Because
Where
it's
is-
the first time that we are doing it.
And why?
Basically.
Why have you even declined the other? I guess you've got a lot of invitation to shows coming together, giving interviews. Why did you decide to come to this one?
Well, this is a very unusual event. Anna, as you say, she has been here. She's almost like a part of the program. She feels very at home, and she's always telling me about it as well. I have a great admiration for Thomas as well, and being this as well, his last program, for me is more than an honor to be here. And actually, if I have the chance as well to be with my exquisite wife, everything is just great.
Is he romantic? I guess so. Every time if I'm reading the interviews, it's like, that's a dream man. He's always saying, oh, she's so great, she's so good looking, she's so wonderful. It feels good, isn't it?
It feels
so
fantastic. It's very hard to believe what this kind of man can be very romantic, but it's actually.
And
What
it's
do you
yours.
mean
Isn't
this
that
kind of
great?
a man? What does
because
it
you're
mean?
because you're very manly, and your voice
It's
is
only the
low.
voice. It's only the voice, baby. It's only the voice.
You're here because both of you have different kind of projects. Anna, with your admission, I would like to start with Erwin first, because your album came out yesterday. It's Rojo Tango, with great tango songs, tango pieces on it. Was that kind of a long cherished dream because you're from Uruguay, South America?
Well, that is. Can I? Thank you. That is why it makes a lot of sense. I'm coming from Uruguay. Literally, a big part of my entire growing up over there, it is based on tango, and our old folk music. As I say always, tango is exactly like the opera from El Rio de la Plata. Usually in the opera you need something like 3 or 4 hours of beautiful music to develop an entire drama, where usually it is the tenor starting the opera with a duetto with the baritone. All of a sudden the soprano arrives totally ill, almost dying, and at the second and third act she dies, the baritone gets pissed off with the tenor, he kills the tenor, and at the end the baritone is totally by himself crying. That's opera. Well, that as well is tango, but you get to miss all the rest, you just get the baritone singing along.
But isn't it hard? I mean, in the opera you've got 3 hours time to develop and to tell the story. In these pieces you've got 3 minutes, 4 minutes. How do you handle this?
Well, you handle it because you have to play a lot of, with emotions, with the words. You really have to be able to portray a beautiful picture for the people when they are listening. And it doesn't really matter if you do understand the lyrics well. That is why we put actually in every, more or less in a lot of languages inside in the booklet. But, music, it doesn't have any kind of boundaries or frontiers. It doesn't matter from where you are coming from or what kind of a music you do, of what kind of a culture you have. Music is just the universal language that everybody is allowed to fit in.
But did you have to change something in your kind for singing when you've been in the studio? Because if you're used to sing opera, I guess it's something completely different.
Yeah, it's very different.
In which way?
In each of tango you sang with a different technique, with a different voice. Some of them are very low, some of them are very light, and almost like a pop.
We talked the last time about your work with Daniel Barenboim as well, where you're singing Tchaikovsky, for example. You told me you had to change your style as well doing this record. Is it hard to go over to opera then again after such a work?
Well, I think if you are doing this for a long time, like if you cancel opera for several months, just touring with a tango or with a piano recital, I think it would be hard to come back to the opera because the technique is completely different. You're using different strengths, different muscles, different amount of the breath in the voice.
What it happened to me was that while we were preparing this CD, we were together actually in New York. As you see, we are spending a lot of time together.
Yeah, I see schon.
When I finally finished up the CD after all the rehearsals that we did, which was a very nice long period, I immediately after had a run of concerts actually together as well with my wife, and I have to say that at the beginning I started to feel something strange in the voice. That I was telling Anna that something is different here, so I have to work it out for a week with my vocal coach to find out what it was. Not wrong, just different, and to learn from it, because I am going to be singing tango because it's a music that I love, and I hope that I'm going to explore so many other territories as well.
Maybe it's like an actor, if he's doing theater and then going back to movies, you have to be different as well, right?
It's quite this,
Completely different kind of acting, right?
I saw you dancing tango out there, but Anna, she said, okay, she isn't into tango as well. You are, right?
No, she's into tango, but she's too shy.
No. Tango is yours. I can be back vocal,
No, but you dance very well.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Something else, but not the tango. Okay, let's divide.
And you can dance tango, right?
I do.
Because you're from Uruguay, everybody there can dance tango.
Oh,
or what?
that is so stereotypical thought now.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but a lot of people.
People.
My father and my mother, they dance fantastically tango.
Maybe it's the temper there as well. But I get Russians do have a lot of temper as well. Are there parallels between those music worlds, or not at all?
Well, if you're talking about music, as I said before, music is just a universal language. About the cultural side of it, I think that we are extremely different, both of us. And that is why we, our polars, they work very well together.
But we both had lots of temperament.
Das merkt man auch.
Are you saying that because of something?
War irgendwas?
What do you mean?
But if you're saying music is an international language, I've got the impression that it's also good to understand the lyrics as well. Even in the opera, you just can get more out of it, right? If you know what the lyrics are about, and maybe you have to know something about the writer as well, about the musician. What would you mean?
It's all will help you to love and appreciate and understand this music better.
If you do your own research about it, I think that it's definitely going to help you. But it's happening with any kind of a music that you will listen to, right? If you get a little bit of a preparation to it.
It's like you're going to the opera. I think you have to be prepared. If you don't know anything, I think it's better because if you know at least something about that, at least the story, you will see the whole thing completely differently.
Did you have to approach Pergolesi in a special way as well? Because it's a very special piece. It's Stabat Mater, neues Projekt von Anna. That's a very special kind of music. How did you approach to this one?
Very special kind of music. Maybe not for everyone, but I think what is the most beautiful thing about this, it's the melody. It's so beautiful, so touching, and together with the orchestra, and with the words and with the voices, there is two voices always singing together, and the piece is just so beautiful. It's a treasure, and I've been so happy with we being able to record it.
And it's very spiritual, very religious. Does it help being religious to approach to this music, or?
No, I don't know.
Are you? I don't know.
I'm not religious.
Ah, okay. So you don't have to be.
But I am a spiritual person. That's for sure. I don't follow any particular religion, but of course I believe in something, in very basic and important things, which is important for every human being, and that's what this music about.
I heard that Pergolesi was writing this piece at a very young age, 22, 23?
He died very young.
I mean,
and this was one of his last pieces.
But that's remarkable, being able to write such a piece of music at such a young age, don't you think?
Such a deep music written by very, very young.
It's about a mother's loss of her son. Do you have to approach as well like an actress to such a piece of music to get into the mood? I don't know.
Honestly,
how it works.
I don't know if I should tell this. It's actually the secret of the performer. But I have to say no. I would not put this personally, because if I put it personally, I will be not able to perform it, because it's very emotional. It's too close to the things which everyone can understand, and I try to be very abstract and just follow the music, just swim into this beautiful music.
But if you get to see the show, I'm sorry, if you get to see the show as I did a couple of times, I have to say that Anna and as well Mariana, they were both of them into a very deep emotion, both of them. There is something else going on. There is not only the fact of them opening their mouths and singing on the stage. Is something beautiful, a beautiful connection in between them, and something about the music that it make you so, sensitive about it. It's gorgeous.
So as I see, I like seeing both of you here, but we are going to see you. There are 3 people on stage with Jonas Kaufmann soon. You're going to be a few concerts. Critics say that's the concert of the year. What can we expect?
2 is good, but 3 is better.
Que me llama mamma mia. So what can we expect with Jonas Kaufmann together on stage, all of you?
A lot of fun.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be lots of wonderful music, popular, and some of them even never performed. We have a song which is written exactly for this concert, very, very beautiful.
Mm-hmm. We combine a couple of duets from a couple of composers as well, because there is not much repertoire for soprano and bass baritone. So if there is not, we have to create it, and that is what we did exactly. And I have to say that the music so far, the music that we got is extremely gorgeous. I think that the public is going to be very excited as well to get to learn something that they have no idea. Well, they can.
And also because this is a summer concert, it's a big open air concert. It's for the wide audience. Of course, the music will be very understandable, very easy.
Is Thiago then with you, your son? Because he's not 3 already, right? Is he too young to listening to this kind of music, or is he around there and
listening? He does not like. No, immediately
he likes AC/DC. In the morning he listens AC/DC with me or Led Zeppelin, and he gets crazy. Really, he's rocking all the time while breakfast.
No, when I'm
wild.
We're never singing at home. But if sometimes I'm starting to do, he immediately like do.
To you, that's right.
Mommy, like shut up, don't do that. I say, okay, I get it.
Yeah, maybe it is because of a connection that he does, that, he is very used to see Mommy on the television. And maybe that is the connection that he does. She's singing, it means that she is going to go away. Maybe that is the only reason that I can find for him to shut your mouth in the way that he does. It's very strange.
We will see.
We will see. You once said about his profession, he can do whatever he wants as long as it's legal.
Yeah,
that's a good comment on that. But what about his profession? Is he into music already, or you can't say? I mean, he's so young.
I have to say what he like all these construction things. He likes train. He loves everything which is rolls, and he can be very concentrated for a long time just to look at it.
Which is great, actually, no?
Yeah.
Having a kid of 2 years and a half, being concentrated for 45 minutes into something, believe me, that is great.
Might help. Yeah, I guess so. So at least the last question, if somebody never was into opera, what would you suggest? Which one should be the first one to see, to fall in love with the opera?
Dare to come to Siena.
No, seriously, I don't know. Probably something of Puccini or Verdi or Mozart.
No, Le nozze di Figaro, Don Giovanni, if I will suggest.
Or Bohème, Traviata, or Aida, or something spectacular. I think this is easy to understand. The melodies are beautiful. The story, it's melodramatic.
But not Wagner to start with, I guess. That might be too overwhelming.
You have to be prepared for Wagner. You have to know the story.
I think that
otherwise
you have
it's
to
very
have
long.
Yeah, musical education for it. At least your ears, they have to be a little bit used to this kind of music.
Thank you so much. It was great seeing you here, listening to you, and I wish you all the best for tonight.
Lovely to meet you.
You have all reasons to be nervous, but you will make it.
But it makes you happy. I know that it makes you happy saying that I am nervous. I'm shaking. I cannot stand myself anymore. Ciao.
Ciao.
Dankeschön.